And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buggers podcast, powered by Hardwooding Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Moretti. Today I got my first college athlete, basketball, from Butler University, Myles Tate. What's good, man?
What's good, dog?
Yeah, man. So, first college basketball player I had on here, really representing Spartanburg, Dorman, you know the deal. How you been?
I've been good, man. Just in the off season, trying to finish school strong. That's really
Shit.
it. Yep.
Got you. So, I really just want to start from the past, start from the beginning, and then move our way to the present. I know you did just transfer over to App State, but we'll get to that later.
For sure.
Really, I just want to start how it all started. Where you grew up and all that. If you would like to expand on it.
Yeah. So I'm from Spartanburg originally, like you mentioned, and grew up there. I've been living there all my life, and really my first experience with basketball was we stayed in these apartments when I was real young, like on the west side of Spartanburg, and me and my brother would go to we had like a little court, like a park out there. We used to go out there and hoop like all day. And one of our close friends named EJ, it was like one of the first ball players I used to play against. So that's how it all got started for me. Just growing up, kept playing. So
Got you. And your brother Chan, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I've actually played against him in a few men's league games. And
Oh, for real?
yeah.
That's
I know of him. I know you played on Upward for AAU, but everybody has a little starting point. Like, where were you hooping at like when you were real young or younger age?
So AAU was my first AAU team was the Carolina Bulls. They were based out of Landrum. Coach Kirkland. He got me in the AAU wave.
Okay.
And I was playing with that team probably like fourth or fifth grade. And it was good. Put me on the scene, like play against other competition, like locally. We even went to nationals. Like that was a big thing, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Like that. So I played with them, and then I ended up meeting Lynn Smith, if you know him and Trey Smith. That was the same organization, but I started playing up on his team. So start playing with them, and then we were still the Bulls. So I played with them up until like eighth and ninth grade. That's when I had learned about the circuit, because when you playing locally, you don't really play in front of coaches.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting you ready. It's just seeing where your game at, playing against good local competition like nationals and stuff like that. But when I heard about the circuit going into like my ninth grade year, that's when I started playing with Team Loaded with Coach Joe and Coach Anthony. Coach playing with some AAU teams, they're not actually on the circuit. So we had to win a few tournaments to actually get on the circuit for Team Loaded. So won those tournaments. Then we went up to the gold bracket. That's when I met Coach Joe on Team Loaded still. But that was when I was 16. I was playing 16U on Team Loaded. So going through the summer, and the coaches, like the coach I came in with, Coach Anthony, we was playing on the silver team. And he had stepped down from coaching, so I didn't want to stay there if he was leaving. So that's when I met Coach Kurt, 16U. We played. He let me on the team with Upward. So we played one tournament. I forgot what it's called. It's in Atlanta. Bob Gibbons. Bob Gibbons. Yeah. We played in that tournament. We clicked, and it was just up from there. Just stayed with them.
Yeah. I got you. Were you playing on which Upward team were you playing on? Was it the Upward upstate one or Southeast, or which one?
So I played on both actually. Like after we was the Bulls, we transitioned to Upward.
Okay.
Because it was a better opportunity for us. So I played on the upstate team a little bit in middle school, but when I got to high school, like ninth grade, that's when I needed to be on the circuit. Like that's where the coaches are. So that's when I was on Upward Southeast.
I got you. Yeah. No, that's definitely a good source of recruitment down at 3SSB.
For sure.
It's funny that you had even mentioned Coach Kirkland, because you know that his sons Anderson and Carter had gone to the school I'm from, Drew
Mm-hmm.
Middle College,
Yeah.
and I was actually wondering how you had met them in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. I was playing with them. That was my first AAU teammates. Like
Yeah.
them and their dad. We had a good squad for real. Like for
Hmm.
elementary school kids, we had a good squad.
Yeah, that's funny. And then you said you met Trey Smith, who Landrum. They're in our region, so you know we play them
Mm-hmm.
2 times every year. And
Exactly.
I know Trey plays at Converse right
Yeah.
now.
Converse. Yeah.
Hmm. He can shoot. He can shoot.
He's probably top 3 shooters I ever played with.
For
Like
real?
shoot off the dribble, off the catch, off the screen. Like he had
Yeah.
all that at a young age, and I really never seen it. But yeah, shout out Trey Smith, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to ask though, like, when did like your offers really start coming in?
So when I played, I was telling you about the team loaded team that wasn't on the circuit yet.
Hmm.
I started getting looks when I played with them, like small colleges, like some mid major D1s, and that summer when going into to the school season, going into my 10th grade year, we were playing pickup in the summer, and Presbyterian coach, which actually my coach right now, Coach Kearns at App State, he was at Presbyterian, and he came in the gym, and he was never talking to me or nothing, but like I remember I was playing really well that day, and
Hmm.
he offered me a scholarship that day. So after that offer, they just started coming in.
Yeah, got you. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to Dorman. Just talk about that a little bit. I was looking back just through Max Preps, just trying to find like what years you were over there. Obviously, I know you graduated in 2020, but you have
Mhm.
been playing there since 8th grade year.
Yeah, 8th grade,
So
20, yeah,
2015.
2015
Yeah.
to 2020. Yeah,
So I know y'all won what 4 straight from 9th to 12th grade.
yeah, four of them things.
So 8th grade year, I just wanted to ask, obviously I see it happen a few times when 8th graders play on varsity, but how was that experience? Because I know not many players play like that, but playing with your brother and all that, how was it?
Man, it was crazy because when we had tryouts, like I knew I wasn't playing on my middle school team, and I was
Hmm.
kind of mad about that because all my friends was in middle school, like they was playing on the middle school team having fun. But when I went to go try out with the high school kids, the first day I was with the JV squad. We was in the back gym,
Hmm.
so I played real well, like just making the right play, like scoring, getting assists, steals. So my brother we get in the car with my dad, and my brother like, bro, just come to the big gym tomorrow, bro, for tryouts. Don't worry about the JV, just come to the big gym. So I get to the big gym and I'm still playing well. Like I'm surprising everybody. Like
Hmm.
they giving me the ball, like I'm making the play, I'm going hard. Like so I end up making the varsity team and having a pretty big role. But I'm glad Coach Ryan simplified it for me because the main thing I did was I always play hard. Like wherever I go, I play hard. But my job was to come off the bench and score. Like that
Yeah.
was my job 8th grade year. So he made it simple for me, gave me confidence, made plays, made some big shots. Like, but it was like good for me because I'm playing way above my age group, so I'm getting better every day, playing
Yeah.
with a good program, like playing against good competition. So that year was really big for me, confidence wise, and just learning the game.
Yeah, I got you. And then you moved on to obviously the 4 years where y'all did come out with the championship. Were you starting all four, or what was it
Yeah,
looking like?
9th grade, I had the same exact role as 8th grade, like come off the
Okay.
bench, get buckets, like so. But I was like better at it. Feel me?
Hmm.
So I knew exactly what I had to do. But 9th grade I didn't start. But 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, that's when I started.
Got you, got you. And yeah, I did see a few of the mixtapes from even like since sophomore year and all that,
Mm-hmm.
before pre-dreads and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Mohawk days.
Yes, sir. What was your relationship like with Coach Ryan?
Man, we got a really good relationship, and it's been like developing over the years. Like even when I was in elementary school, I would talk to Coach Ryan because we got a dormant league for like the fifth and sixth graders, and that's gonna be going to dormant. So he get to see all the talent while we young. So even when I was that young, he would talk to me. Like he would come to my middle school games and just talk to me. But relationship is great with Coach Ryan. I love him, man. I go to him about anything. Like he helped me out, like give me advice. And the thing I like about Coach, like when I'm BSing, he gonna tell me, like he
Yeah.
gonna keep it straight up. So that's what I love about Coach. So yeah.
Yeah. What middle school had you gone to? I don't really know many Spartanburg middle schools
Yeah,
though.
I went to Fat Forest Middle School. So
Okay.
it's three middle schools that go to Dorman. It's Gable, Dawkins, and Fat Forest. So I went to Fat Forest.
Got you. You were competing against some of the boys that went to dorm with you.
Yeah, most definitely was.
I wanted to ask because I mean, besides like the big name like PJ and all them, just what was your just name some of the players and just like your relationship with some of the players throughout your time at Dorman.
Man, when I was younger, I mean, I had to hang with the older guys. Like you feel me? My brother, obviously, Tate Cannon. He played at Catawba for a little bit. Bryson Woodruff. He played football for Newberry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Butler, that's my big bro for life. Like he went to Ohio and played. He went JUCO first, then went to Ohio and played. It's a lot. Ethan Parton, he went to Lander. Harris Finley was one of the best point guards that like ran the system. He knew the system like the back of his hand. Like if you needed to know what you need to do, just ask Harris. He got the answer. Like and that's who I was. It's a lot more like Tyson McClain. That's my cousin. Like he was one of the best players that I played with at Dorman. Those were my younger years. Jordan McFadden, who's finna go to the NFL. Gabe Bryant. And when I got to the 10th grade, that's when I met players like Cameron Smith, C.J. Miller, Lucas Peppers, Trey Downing. And then 11th grade year. I mean, it's just a lot, bro. I don't want to leave nobody out, but like,
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a lot though. That was like who I came up like with, and then obviously when I got to 11th grade, I was considered like not an upperclassman. So I mean, yeah, I came in with my age group by then. So
yeah, what year did PJ Hall get there, or was he there the whole time?
He was there the whole time, but his first varsity year was our 10th grade year. So
okay, yeah, because I know he's been doing well with Clemson. Dang, I wanted to ask, so I know some of the guys at Dorman nowadays, like Terry, Chase, Sean. Do you know any of them very well?
Yeah, I know all them boys, man. I stay in touch with all of them. I've been in the gym with them and all. Like, we locked in.
Word, yeah. I wanted to ask, which year in particular was your favorite year?
Favorite year. I'd say my senior year was like the funnest, just because we was ranked number 2 in the country. Like I ain't never been a part of nothing like that. And like the publicity what we got, the attention, like everybody knew about us. Like the years before, everybody knew we was good, and like everybody know us around the city and the state. But like 12th grade, like everybody knew who Dorman was. Like, so that's why it was the funnest to me. That was probably the funnest.
Yeah, I was looking. Y'all went like 30-1 that year.
Yeah, that was a great year for us. Great year.
What? Yeah, which team was the one lost to?
We lost to Oak Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 0-2 against Oak Hill. Still mad about that.
Yeah, I think they beat them this year.
Yeah, I was actually at that game.
Really?
Yeah, I was at that game. So I'm glad they got it done for me.
Yes, sir. Transitioning into going into college now, you decided to go to Butler. What was your decision in going into that school?
So really, when Well, actually, me and PJ was getting some of the same schools, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out if I wanted to play with PJ, and like we was figuring out what we wanted to do, trying to match up and stuff. But I mean, I felt like it was time to go our separate ways, and like it would be great to play with him and like all that. But I mean, it just didn't line up right for me and him to play together.
Yeah.
So I had to start looking at some different options, and I feel like Butler was like the school that was on me the hardest. Like came to the crib, called me every day. Every coach called me every day.
Yeah.
That was my only official visit that I went on. And I mean, Coach
Okay.
Val, like he worked with point guard like Trey Burke. He constantly was saying Trey Burke's name. Like, and I definitely watched Trey Burke when he was in college and even in the league. So,
Yeah.
knowing he coached a great guard like that, he can definitely like spread some knowledge and I know we had a good recruiting class coming in. We had
Mm-hmm.
four other guys besides me coming in. So, I mean, my group had a good hype behind it. So, I mean, and they felt like family. Like I wanted to feel like I was playing with Dorman. So, and that
Yeah.
was just a family type team. So that's why I felt like Butler was the best for me.
Would you say Dorman had prepared you like for the mental and physicality of college basketball?
Most definitely. Dorman, all those coaches over there, all our practices are just like college practices. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you get to the spot, no walking. We ain't BSing. Like we getting to work. So that's how college is. Like if you don't want to work, get out. Like that's how it was with Dorman. So I mean, it definitely prepared me, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So coming in as a freshman, what about 6 foot 6'1"? How was it just in your first year at Butler?
First year was, I mean, it could have been better. I feel like there's always room for improvement, but it was definitely promising. That's what I can say. Like, I feel like I had a promising freshman year, and I showed spurts of what I can do and who I am. Like, cause like I know one word I can describe myself as freshman year was like fearless. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't scared to do nothing and match up with anybody. Like I was not worried about nothing. But I mean, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But either way, if I was gonna go out bad, I was gonna go out bad, going 100%, like no regrets, nothing. So I feel like that was a good thing about me freshman year, and just getting used to the game, seeing different coverages and defenses, and guarding different type of players, and not being number one on the scout was kind of different, and like
Yeah.
you got more
Yeah.
opportunities. And, I mean, that's kind of good. So I just had to get used to that.
Yeah. Was it kind of like similar to how like when you started at Dorman? Just
I mean, I wanted it to be because I mean everybody want that role. Like all you got to worry about is coming off the bench and score. But in college,
yeah.
it's different. You're not gonna just do that. You're not gonna just come off the bench and shoot whatever you want to shoot. Like that's not
Mm-hmm.
realistic. So, I mean, I wanted to be myself because I started my freshman year, so I wasn't coming off the bench
Okay.
like I was at Dorman my first few years. But I started at Butler, so it was different. I had to adjust to it, but I came out guns blazing though.
Yeah. Yeah. What were some of the like more notable matchups like schools you guys went against that you remember?
Uh, my first big game I played in, I remember it was Indiana University at the
Okay.
Pacers Arena, and like I ain't really know like the Indiana like rivalries and nothing like that because we
Yeah.
from it's just South Carolina Clemson, like that's the rivalry, but like the
Yeah.
Indiana rivalries they big too. Like it was a packed out gym in the Pacers Arena, and we playing IU. Like IU got NBA prospects, they got what I mean good. They got Mike Woodson, NBA former NBA coach, like so it's a big matchup, and it was a point in time where it was like four freshmen on the court. Us four, we just playing and we hooping too. And,
Yeah.
and that's when I was really like, yeah, I can really do this. Like I'm really like built to play on this level. Like I really knew what was up.
Yeah. Did y'all end up getting that dub?
Nah, we lost that one. We should have won it. I ain't gonna lie, we should have won it, but we lost it. It's cool though.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to ask, from freshman to sophomore year, really like first off season for college. What's the off season like for like D1 college players for anyone that doesn't really know?
Um, to be honest, bro, I had got hurt my freshman year.
Oh, okay.
Last game of the season, tore my ACL. So I didn't have a regular summer going into sophomore year. I had rehab. I didn't get to practice or like do summer workouts and none of that. I was just straight rehab.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have a summer at all until last summer.
Mm.
But even then, I didn't really have a summer because we lost our coach. So my first real summer is coming up. But from what
Yeah.
I can tell, what I can say is you got a lot of time to yourself and you got a lot of time to get better on your own. And it's just like a grind within itself. Like it's not like you got practice right now. You can go home and work out. Like all the winning starts in the summer. Like people who average 16, 17, it start in the summer because you
Yeah.
don't just that don't just happen. Like you can tell they put in work, so your work don't show. So that's what I'm learning right now. Like I've always been a hard worker, so I'm just trying to keep that going so I can just get what I need to do what I need to do next year.
Nah, for sure, for sure. So, yeah, I hadn't even actually knew you had tore your ACL. What would that be? 2021.
Yeah, 2021 freshman year.
Okay, yeah. Was there like because a lot of people that do get serious injuries like that, like there's a mental battle that goes along with it. And would you like to enlighten me
Yeah,
with that?
for sure. So it was my Big East tournament game. So we won game
Mm.
one. We had to play again to advance the next day against Creighton. So I tore my ACL, boom, last game of the season. So at first it really didn't hit me like I know I'm hurt, like I gotta get surgery. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back in this thing. But like I had never sat out before ever in my life. Like never missed games, practices, none of that. So sitting out like killed me. Like I just wanted to be out there just playing like because if you've been playing all your life, ain't never sat out. When somebody take the game from you, you don't know how to react because they ain't never happened to you. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn how to watch the game like without going out there and being able to play. Like having to go to practice, not being able to practice, like cheering on my teammates, knowing I'm not gonna be able to get in. Like the most battling I have ever done in my head mentally. Like I don't never really think I used my like in high school or none. I never really thought about my mental health or any of that. But when I
Yeah.
got hurt, that's when I really found out it's real because
Mm-hmm.
it took I had got hurt and took what I love away from me. So I had to
Yeah.
sit back and find myself again. But eventually, it took some time. But I'm glad it happened because I found another side of myself, and I know how I would be without the game, and I don't want to do that. So it put another grind to me, another motivational piece to me. So
Yeah, because I mean, a lot. Obviously, nobody really thinks about getting injured ever, and then it happens though. You don't plan on it. It's something
mm,
that's unplanned and untimed.
exactly,
But just like COVID, you know, it was kind of like that a little bit,
yeah.
which I kind of skipped over. But you were a senior during COVID, so
Mm-hmm.
it didn't really affect you much, did it?
In some ways, it did. I'm grateful that we got to play in the state game,
Okay.
and right before it hit, but we had a chance to go to Geico Nationals,
Mm.
and we didn't get to go there, and that's really like if I would have known like that the state game was gonna be my last game, like I probably would have played better or harder. Like I don't know. I think about that all the time because
Yeah.
my last high school shot was a missed free throw, and I always think about that. Like I wish I would have made that free throw. Like
Yeah.
that was gonna be my last game. So yeah, you always gotta be grateful now. So that's what I know now.
Yeah. So, you've gone through a couple mental battles, but so sophomore year, you basically, I assume, just rehabbing.
Yeah,
Were you able to play at all during your sophomore year at Butler?
yeah. I missed like the first half of the season. I came back mid-season against Eastern Illinois, but I didn't play no significant minutes like at all that year until like the Big East tournament. I think the most minutes I played was like 12 minutes in the tournament. So yeah, I didn't play no significant minutes sophomore year. So like my coach gave me the choice to redshirt,
Mm-hmm.
but like me being me, like I did not want to sit out. Like I'm a competitor, bro. I want to hoop, bro. He
Yeah.
said, and he even told me like if you do decide not to redshirt, like it ain't no guarantee that you gonna play. And I was willing to take that risk because I was just
Yeah.
trying to get back out there. Like I didn't care about nothing. I wanted to hoop, bro. So I
Yeah.
told him, yeah, give me opportunity. So I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into, but yeah, I played a little bit.
Yeah. Did it feel different going back out there the second time after the injury?
Um, yeah, I mean, in my mind, like, like me being me, like I didn't think I was gonna be missing a step. Like I got back out there, like yeah, I'm 100%. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but in reality, I wasn't ready to come back. Like when I did, like I was cleared to
Yeah.
play, but I
Mm.
wasn't ready for real. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't back. I was probably like 85%, but I was cleared though. So that's all I. When I heard I was cleared, that was it. Like ain't no turning back. I'm going. So I could look back now and tell that I wasn't ready, but in the moment, I was ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I feel you. So then after that season, you said there was a coaching change. Like
Mhm.
when did that occur?
Uh, this was in the middle of the summer last year. It was always rumors like after the season that we was gonna like coach might get fired or you know what I mean we might have a coaching change. We knew something
Yeah.
was gonna happen. We didn't know what was gonna happen, but I think so. My last like interaction with my old coach, somebody on our team was late,
Mm.
so our last like interaction was him running us. We ran like upstairs on the track, like for like 30 minutes, bro. And that was my
Mm.
last interaction with him. So like next few days, we find out he fired. So I'm like, dang, bro, coach, I just came in with just got fired. Like,
Yeah.
what I'm about to do? Like, so we wait a few days, see who the next coach is, and we find out it's Stab Mata. He coached Ohio State back in the day with Greg Oden and Mike Conley and all them, D'Angelo Russell.
Okay.
It was him, and he came in to talk with us, and we had like one-on-one meetings. And I ain't gonna duck no smoke, and I knew he was bringing like some more people in, but I ain't gonna duck no smoke. So I'm gonna stay. Like I'm trying to play. I ain't trying to leave. I ain't going nowhere. So I
Mm-hmm.
stayed. So
Yeah. So, uh, what was your relationship like with the new coach? Obviously, you played with one season with him, but what was it like this past season?
we had a whole new staff. Like nobody on the staff stayed.
Oh
So we
wow.
had all new assistant coaches and new head coach. So it was definitely an adjustment, but I mean, I did whatever he said. Like, feel me? Like, I was just trying to show him that I'm trying to play. Like, I'm here to play. I'm here to compete, bro. I'm gonna do whatever you say. I'm gonna play my hardest. So, I feel like he appreciated me for doing that, and we had a pretty good relationship. It wasn't the greatest, I ain't gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, that's how it is sometimes.
And then I ain't even asked record wise, but I hadn't checked. But which season was like y'all's best like season with wins and all that?
This past year was our best season, but it wasn't a good season though. I
Yeah.
don't even like to brag about like how we had a better record because it wasn't good. In my eyes, it wasn't good. But yeah,
No, I got you. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember, but I think the first time I actually like met, or I didn't really meet you, but I saw you. We were training with Ron back at Relentless. It
uh-huh.
was back in like June.
Uh-huh.
I think LJ Peak was there,
Yeah,
and yeah, but I didn't know who you were. So
uh-huh.
when Ron kept saying like Tate or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever, I didn't actually know who that was, and then I was like, oh okay, this is the dormant superstar everybody was talking about all these
For sure.
years.
I definitely do it wrong for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I was like, okay, so he's still a lot of people when they leave, you might not see him a bunch
Yeah,
until like KST League or something, but
exactly.
you know, you like to keep your relationship with what Greenville and Spartanburg.
Oh yeah, man. I always show love, bro. Like people who help me out, like I'm always gonna be there for them. Like Ron want to work me out. He helped me out, so we always
Mm-hmm.
gonna be locked in with Ron. So yeah.
Yeah. Continuing on, so you know, you just decide to sign with App State a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks or so now.
Mm-hmm.
What came into that decision?
Um, you know, it all come back down to like who you trust. And I really trust their coaching staff. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I don't know what I'm getting myself into. But like, my next move, I know exactly the opportunity I got, and I know exactly what I'm getting into. So
Mm-hmm.
there ain't gonna be no surprises or none of that. So that was really like one of the biggest, and it's closer to home. Like I couldn't turn down that. It's a great school, great program. Like
Yeah.
They got my major, like they got everything lined up, and plus the basketball. So, and I got a good relationship with the team. Like talk to them all the time. So, I mean, it's just a good situation for me and my family. They get to come see me play and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now you're finishing up at Butler, but you'll go there this summer.
Yeah, I'm finishing up at Butler right now. So after the school, I just leave.
Got you. Got you. So uh, basically, I wanted to ask. Okay, yeah. So you're about to be a senior, right? Or is there? Did you get the COVID year or?
Yeah, I get the COVID year, so I have 2 more guaranteed years.
Okay, yeah.
But
So
coming up my senior year.
even though you didn't redshirt your sophomore year, you basically it was kind of like a free year basically.
Yeah, I just get the free year just because I played through COVID. Like we all went through that.
Yeah, yeah. What are your goals going into the next season?
And win. I'm trying to win. I ain't trying to be on the losing side of things no more. Like for as long
Hmm.
as I'm playing, I'm trying to win as many games possible. Like and get my team like on the same page as me. Like and just go in there with a winning mindset, do whatever it takes. That's my goal.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you. Um, obviously we're still far away from it, but do you plan on like playing afterwards after college or?
Oh yeah, that's really that's why I'm playing. That's why I'm still going. Like that's the
Yeah,
motivation that I really had to sit and think about when I was hurt. Like at the end of the day, I know what I want to do. So yeah, I
yeah,
definitely trying to play out of college, like the highest level.
yeah. I mean, I heard nowadays, at any professional level, people are getting paid like uh great amounts. Like even if you play like Canada or I think what LJ Pete playing in
He
he was
in
playing overseas.
yeah, he in Japan with it.
Yeah, yeah. So I even saw a mixtape of who was it? Jawan Evans
Mhm.
playing overseas. All these dudes like even though they're not playing in NBA, they still making it happen.
Yeah, they definitely, most definitely making money playing ball. That's what you want.
Yeah,
Talent don't they gonna find you wherever you at.
yeah, for sure. Whose whose game would you compare yourself the most to?
That's a good question, bro. Um, I like to watch a lot of Darius Garland. Darius Garland is like probably my favorite person to watch. I like the way Ja Morant like runs the team.
Hmm.
Look at him a lot in that aspect. Like obviously not the athleticism or nothing like that, but like just how he run the team and like make his teammates better. I feel like I got some of that in my skill set. But game wise, I feel like Darius Garland's a good comparison for me.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, it seemed like the way you was explaining, like you a dog overall. Just like you go out there compete regardless of you know points, all that. It's just win.
Yeah, it's just win, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the mindset. You always gonna get an opportunity somewhere. That's like how Pat Bev made a living, Marcus Smart made a living.
Mm-hmm.
All them guys from the ground up.
Yeah, exactly. Winning attitudes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, really, my second to last question is just what's your inspiration to play? Is it support the family or just try and show how far you can go personally? Just
Mm-hmm.
what's your inspiration?
I got a lot of inspiration, like on why I play the game. Like, first of all, because I love it. Like, I
Hmm.
love basketball, bro. Like, everywhere I go, like it's basketball. Like, it's the only thing, really, the only thing on my mind, bro. Like, not the only thing, but
Yeah,
one of the only things on my mind, basketball, bro. I love the game. Like, everything about it. Like, and another inspiration is like my family. Like, it ain't a lot of people that in my family. Like, nobody in my family played college ball. Like, so
hmm,
I'm trying to I'm trying to show them that I'm taking this like playing for y'all. Like my brother went to college to play ball,
hmm,
but he ain't never keep it going. So and I know he wanted to do it, but I'm kind of like trying to show him like, bro, I got you, bro. Like
yeah,
that's like when things get tough, I always think about my brother, bro. Like because he wanted to do it, so I'm like doing it for them. Like I got you, bro. And that's one of my motivations. And I've been like doubted too. Definitely been doubted, and that's another big inspiration, like motivation for me. Like always, I've been doubted numerous times. Like people been picked over me. Like I know rankings don't matter, but I
Yeah.
still see them. Like you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like offers been taken from me by certain coaches, bro. Like all that. Like you feel me? So a lot of motivation.
And that makes you drive harder rather than it makes you push harder rather than shy away, I assume.
Yeah, exactly. You can't go nowhere without you're going 100%. Like don't go into nothing. Don't go into nothing not going 100% because you will regret.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So I feel like you just answered the question, but to all I like to ask this as my last question, basically, like, what's some like just some supportive information you would give to the young guys, coming through, just trying to make it work that, might feel doubted, like you were saying. Just what's some inspiration you would give to them?
Trust your work, bro. Like you can go as far as you want to take it. Like I feel like the work you put in, if it ain't showing like immediately, don't stop. Like keep it going. Never go against the grain, bro. If all you know is work, keep working, bro. Like don't ever stop, bro. Like because the work might not show immediately. It might take a week, a month. It might take years, bro, before you really reach your potential and like somebody see you. But trust me, bro, somebody watching, and don't ever take none for granted because it can be taken away from you. And that's what I had to learn. And if it do get taken away from you, go get it back.
Well, Myles, best, bro.
It's kind of lagging, bro. What you say?
Right.
Yeah, it's lagging, bro. Is that my phone? Yo. You hear me, bro? Yeah, it breaking up.
But yeah, that's basically it. You can't hear right now. Yeah, that's all I really have. Appreciate you hopping on.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir, man. And best of luck at App State and all your future in basketball and everything further.
Appreciate it, dog. Means a lot.
Yes, sir.